Got a few things we're going to talk about today. One thing we're going to talk about is how my date went. I haven't been on the camera for a while, so I'm going to tell you all about that. Two, I'm going to talk about this blood type diet that I've only just recently heard about. I heard about from a good friend of mine. And three, I'm going to go through what I've learned about the need for protein. Take that as you will. I'll talk about it later. First of all, I'd like to say that my dad still doesn't know. I like to keep it that way just for a little bit. It was his birthday just the other day, so if and when you see this, Dad, happy birthday. Now, yesterday I was talking to a good friend of mine, and she spoke to me briefly about have I heard about the blood type diet. No, I haven't. I'm going to have to research that. But in a nutshell, she was just saying that depending on which blood type is, they'll tell you what foods that you should eat. And I was like, oh, this could be interesting. So I had a look, and I looked at the scientist that actually has come up with this this new concept. I couldn't remember what his name was, but he seemed like he was switched on, but I still didn't like the concept of being told what to eat. Didn't like that you were so limited. Like it's hard enough to go out for just a normal person. I'm talking about any runabout person, not a vegan like myself, and go out and try and find a healthy option. So it's hard enough as it is. And so I thought I'd look into a little bit further and try and get the view of the vegan society. So I went straight to the man. I went to Julian Ryder's page. I looked at Harley's page. He didn't actually have anything in there, so he'd probably have a speak about it shortly. But Harley from Julian Ryder always goes on about Doug Graham, Dr. Doug Graham. So I went onto his page, and I found that he has looked at a few, pretty much debunked what they were talking about with the blood type diet. He actually said, not what blood type are you, what species specific are you? We're all part of the human species, right, guys? We're all humans. We're all humans. We all eat plant-based foods. That's what we're meant to eat. We're not meant to eat like a certain thing. We all eat plants and vegetables. That's what we are. We're humans. You look at any other species, you want to do your research, like cows, for instance. Cows have many blood types. They all eat grass. Do you understand what I'm getting at? So I wouldn't recommend it. You can go for it. Check out what blood type you are, and see if it makes a difference. But I wouldn't recommend it. If I was going to recommend anything, vegetarian or vegan is the way to go. Plants and veggies, and get plenty of carbohydrates. Plenty of fruit, plenty of energy. Makes you go the long mile, and you'll be sweet. But yeah, I'm going to put a link somewhere on the page. Check out Doug Graham on the blood type diet, and yeah, it's really fantastic. Also, with the dinner, I haven't made a video for a while, so the dinner went fantastic. I ended up having a Greek salad with a Greek salad, pretty plain, with no feta cheese. I had no feta cheese, and I had a side of veggies. Wanted to make sure I got plenty of food in me, so I left full, so I didn't feel like having like your dessert, your coffees, all that sort of stuff. The other thing I wanted to talk about is protein. Now I've had a few people ask me, where's your protein source? And I've sort of I didn't really know. I just knew that you get protein from nuts, so that's what I've said. I just eat plenty of nuts. But from what I've learned from Doug Graham, probably watched about an hour of his videos, is that you don't need that much protein at all. You don't need that. Even when you're working out, I haven't even been working out, but even when you're working out, it's all fallacy that you need protein for recovery. You need sugars and carbohydrates for recovery because that's your fuel. That's your fuel to recover, like your sugars in your fruit. And those sugars turn into glycogen, which gives you the fuel to keep going. That's what you need. What Doug Graham has actually said is that you only need about 1/10 to 1/4 of 1% of your total calories through the day should be in protein. That's all you need. That's all you really need, unless you're deficient in carbohydrates. So what I'm saying is, say if you're having, he used the example where if you're eating 3,000 calories a day, 1/10 of 3,000 calories, 1/10 of 1% of 3,000 calories is 2 to 3 calories of protein a day. That's all you need. It's all you need to go through a whole day. And he said unless you're deficient in the amount of carbohydrates, then that protein could get turned into carbohydrates for fuel to keep your body working. So that's a little bit of science. I didn't even know that. I used to be, I still like to think I'm a bit of a gym junkie, and I was told that you need protein. You need protein after a workout to refuel the body, and what I found, it's all lies. It's all lies to sell protein powders, which are really no good for you because it's just refined whey protein into a powder, and we put it into our shakes, which we call as healthy. It's really not the same as any vitamins. Any vitamins that you take, vitamin A, B, C, whatever, multivitamins. It's just refined fruits and veggies down into a powder form, which they can turn to a tablet. And which comes to my next point, where is that people said I couldn't turn vegan or vegetarian because you'd have to have all these supplements. Vegan lifestyle, no supplements. You should get enough minerals and nutrients from the fruits and veggies that you're having to give you the fuel and to be healthy. Like too much of a good thing is bad for you. That's why I strongly suggest, if you're a healthy person, stay away from the vitamins. Stay away from the vitamins, because those vitamins are going to just, you may not even be deficient. Find out if you're deficient in something before you have to resort to the multivitamins or anything like that. Don't just guess. Go out and get yourself checked. And so that pretty much debunks that. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. There's going to be plenty more of this stuff. Leave your comments. I'd like to know what your feelings are on the whole blood type diet. My personal opinion is that I don't think it's really that great. But do your own research before you just decide to jump into a new fad diet or something like that. Have a look at, and actually read books. I mean, read books and do your research. You can Google if you want, but don't use it as a trusty resource. But find out. But 80-10 is the way to go. 80% carbohydrates minimum, 10% maximum fats, 10% maximum meat is actually more fats. So people always ask, where do you get your carbohydrates from? I get them from this, this and this. Where do you get your protein from? No one ever says, where do you get your fats from? That's where a lot of people are going wrong. Their protein might be up here, which we just said that you don't need to be up here. But while this is up here, your fats are up here as well. So you need to get that balance. Get your carbohydrates up here. Get your carbohydrates. Get into your fruit. Get into your fruit. You need your fruit. You need your sugars. Sugar. That's the fuel. Turns to glycogen. Keeps you moving. Keeps you going. And that's what's going to make your girlfriend happy late at night. Is that you got enough fuel to keep going. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about. And also, when it comes to sport, gym, you need the fuel to keep going, to go to work, everything. Otherwise you're going to be a sluggish sloth, and it's going to be disappointing, because all you're going to be doing is sitting at home, playing games, watching the TV, and feeling sorry for yourself. So, subscribe, and I'll talk to you another time. Cheers guys, bye.